21st July, Tuesday, and I'm going to teach you the topic that is maps. It's unit number 4, and this is the part 1 of the unit number 4. Okay? Okay, ji, what is or what are maps? The first I will give you the definition of the maps. Okay, what are maps? So a map is a flat drawing of a place which represents its feature as seen from the sky. You know what are the map? We all know about the map. We have seen the map of Pakistan, map of the world, map of some buildings, map of the city. But what is the question is what is map? So map is a flat drawing of a place. Okay, it is a drawing of a place, outline of a place which represents its features seen from the sky. Okay, this is the proper definition of the map. Maps can be made for buildings, and for what purpose maps can be made? The maps can be made for buildings, town, country, continent, or even for the world. Here, you can see the 4 maps. I choose the 4 maps to explain to you. The first one is the world map. You can see the world map here, the different continents. You can see in world map you can see the oceans, different continent, countries, and you can see the biggest and the largest country, largest continent, everything you can find in the world map. And the second is Pakistan map. Here you can see the map of Pakistan. Okay, in map of Pakistan you can see a lot of things. You can see inside the Pakistan map provinces and cities, outside the neighboring countries. Very clearly you can see India in the east, Afghanistan in the west, Iran northwest, and here is China, and this is the Arabian Sea. Okay, these are known as the neighboring countries. When you see the map of Pakistan, we can define the neighboring countries of Pakistan, we can define the provinces of Pakistan. Everyone knows there are 4 provinces of Pakistan, and one unit, that is Gilgit Baltistan, and 4 provinces of Pakistan: Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and KPK. Okay, the third map, this is the map of a city. Okay, this is the map of a city. Here you can see the different things, different locations, different things. This is the park, residential area, and markets, everything you can see. This map is made to define the city, where the place is this. Okay, and this is the map of a building. When someone wants to make the building, he made a map. That is known as architect make the map. Okay, okay, Abdullah Beg, please on your camera. Ishal, yes sir, I can see you. Listen very carefully what I am teaching you. After the lecture I will ask a question. Okay. Okay, this is the map of a building. Architect prepared it. When he wants to construct a house, what is the purpose of this map? When he makes this map, map of a building, for example, this is the map of a house. Okay, Roman, after the lecture, I will ask a question from you. Okay, he draw the lines. He made the structure of the house. For example, this map shows where should be kitchen, where should be the TV lounge, and where should be the drawing room, bedrooms, and all the things. And is there is the architect is make the map of a school, so he will design the map according to the position of a school. For example, how many classrooms are there, staff room, kitchen, washroom for the students, all the things keep in mind, and he will prepare the map of a building. A building can be school, building can be Adina, Sohail, don't send me request to remote control of the screen. Okay? Adina, stop it now. Adina, Sohail, stop it now. Okay? Otherwise, I will remove from the students list. I will remove from the class. Be serious. Okay, ji. Next is Yusra Nabil. Stop sending me requests to getting remote control of screen. Okay? Now I will give you one more definition before I told you about the before I tell you about the kinds of map. The map is a flat drawing of a place which represents its feature as seen from the sky. A map can be made for a building, town, city, country, continent, or even in the world. Okay, I have told you the definition and I have explained the definition with the help of the picture. Ishal Kaisar, why you are moving your camera? Be attentive, Ishal. Okay, be attentive, beta. Listen what the teacher is saying. There are four kinds of map. The first one is hand-drawn map, second is scale map, third is satellite map, and fourth is contour map. Okay, now I will explain each and everything. Hand-drawn map, as you see that hand-drawn map mean map drawn by hand. Map is made by hand. Scale map, scale, what is scale? You take the measurements with the help of scale. So scale map mean to measure the things. Satellite map, everyone know what is satellite. Okay, so satellite maps is made by the help of satellite. And contour map, when we see the height and everything about a place, that is known as contour map. Okay, the first is handmade map. You can see in this picture, this is a drawing of a place. Okay, and what is the hand-drawn map or handmade map? Hand-drawn maps are work of art, both in the modern sense of aesthetics design and in the older sense of craft and skill. Also known as the manuscripts from the Latin from the written scripts by hand, hand-drawn maps are by definition unique, rare, and work of individual. It is made by one person. Okay, it is made by the, you can also say the sketch. Okay, sketching of a place. This is a area where there are mountains, there are trees, mountain, river, and land area. Abdul Rahman, don't send me request to getting remote control of the screen. Okay. Okay. This map is drawn with the help of hand. And Hania Bilal, after the lecture, Ryan Raza, stop sending me request to get the remote control of the screen. I will send your name to my MVP. You know, then what happened with you? You will not appear in any class. Okay. This map is made by the hand and with the help of pencil. It is a sketch of a place. Okay, is it clear? Usman, is it clear? Usman, on the camera? Okay, next is scale map. Okay, what is scale map? Scale map, the scale of a map is the ratio of a distance on the map to the corresponding distance on the ground. Okay, ji. This is the scale map. You can measure the area. For example, Islamabad is dash kilometer away from Rawalpindi. Lahore is dash kilometer away from Rawalpindi. And Faisalabad is dash kilometer away from Rawalpindi. So the scale map measures the distance. Okay, what does scale map do? It gives us the distance. It gives us how many kilometer we have to travel when we go to that area. For example, we want to go Murree. You know, Murree is a hill station, and it is the weather of Murree is very pleasant. So we want to go Murree. First, when we will plan to go Murree, so we will see how, the distance. Okay, Iman Fatma, you are late in the classroom. So we will know what is the distance of Murree. Murree is, for example, I'm not telling you the accurate distance. That Murree is 200 kilometers away from Islamabad. So on the scale map, we can get the measurement and we can get the distance of Murree from the Islamabad. Okay, you can see this is the place. Different places are given in this map, and the distance are given here. Okay, these are the lines you can measure the distance of the area. Next is satellite map. Okay, what is satellite map? This is the satellite. Okay, the picture of the earth, and the picture of the earth is taken by the satellite. Okay, is it clear? So satellite imagery, also earth observation imagery or space-borne photography by images of earth or other planets collected by imaging satellites operated by the government and business around the world. Okay, no one can if everyone don't have the access to the satellite map. Only the specific agencies or the business agencies and the government can use satellite map. Okay, this is the very important thing, that every person don't have the access to the satellite map. Only the government and the some authorities, authorized government private agencies can use the satellite map. For example, when there is a map, when there is a match on the other area of the world, for example, there is a match of cricket in Australia, and you can see the map by sitting in your home on your TV screen. So with the help of satellite, they capture the match with the help of satellites, and you can see the cricket match on your TV with the help of satellite. Okay, so satellite is also satellite map is a thing. You can get the photographs of different things from this with the help of satellites, and after that you can see the maps. For example, some people go to the moon, astronaut go to the moon. Okay, then they take the picture and then send back to the earth. Okay, then you can see the map of the moon with the help of satellite. This is the satellite map. Okay, next is contour map. This is the different word, and the word very rare, unique word, contour map. A map that shows elevation above the sea level and surface features of the land by means of contour line. For example, I will explain this. In some area there are mountains, some areas they have hills, some areas they have rivers, and if you will go to Karachi, Karachi has the sea area. Anara, stop sending me request to getting remote control of the screen. Stop sending me. Okay, Sarah Rahim, stop sending me request. Okay, so with the help of contour map, you can see the level of sea, and the features of the land. Faraz Naveed, class 4B, don't send me request to get the remote control of the screen. This is the last warning. Okay, I'm not, I'm writing all the names who are sending me the, get the remote control of the screen. Okay, and after the lecture, I will send this name to MVP. Keep in mind. So with the help of lines, you come to know that this area is 100 kilometer above from the sea level. This area is 200 kilometer above the sea level, and this area is 300 kilometer above the sea level. So the difference from the sea levels you can observe with the help of contour map. Okay. So what is the difference between the sea level? Usman, what are you doing? The area, this is the height up from the sea level. This area is 100 kilometer above the sea level. This area is 200 kilometer, and probably there will be the mountain, and this is 300 kilometer above the sea level. Okay, so now here I will tell you one more thing. Ishal Kaisar beta, listen what I'm telling you. Okay, one more thing I will explain here. Who use the map? Sailors, navigators, and surveyors who travel by ship to many places made maps of the world many years ago. This is I'm talking about the ancient time, when the sailors, who are sailors who travel on the ship, navigators and surveyors who travel by the ship so many places made map of the world many years ago. They travel by the ship throughout the world and try to make the map of the world. They measure the areas and observe the shapes of the land and drew them as map. Ryan Raza, very late to enter in the classroom. Drew them as a map. Most of the time, they estimated the distance, heights, and position of the cities. Okay, who drew the map? Sailors, navigators, and surveyors. Okay, they drew the height, position, and distance of different cities. Today, we have accurate instruments that give us detailed measurements. Okay, we are the blessed people. Thank to Allah that we are living in a very modern age, and we have accurate instrument that gives us detailed measurements. Maps have been made accurate by using satellite images from the space. We can locate city, mountains, rivers, coastline, and other landforms on physical maps of our place. We can see everything nowadays we have every type of map, and with the help of that map we can go everywhere. For example, when we go out from our house and we want to go any person for the first any person's house on the first time, so we use navigator on our mobile. What is navigator on the mobile? Navigators, when we on the navigator on the cell phone, it gives us the location. We put the address and it gives us the accurate location of the house to whom we want to go. Okay, so map help us a lot in our daily life. Next is use of map. Now it is a very important thing, use of map. Why we use the map? The first, to find a place or locate an place or locate an area. Okay, why we use map? When we want to find a place or when we want to locate an area, then we use a map. Number 2 point, to find the best routes to get a place. If we want to go anywhere for the first time, so we use a map. So for example, we want to go Lahore, or we want to go Lahore or Karachi by road. So we use a map from where we have to go Lahore or Karachi. So when we want to find the best route to get a place, we use map. Number three, to trace the change of a place over a periods of time. For example, many years ago, we went, for example, Lahore or Karachi or any city many years ago. But after the long time, everything has changed. So we used map when we go again on that place. Okay, ji? To guide the sailors and pilots. Okay, this is a very important. How a pilot fly a plane. Okay, how a pilot fly with the help of with the help of map, he fly a plane. How the sailor sail the ship in the sea with the help of map, he sails the ship or he sails a boat in the sea. So maps are very helpful for the pilots and the sailors. Aiza Azhar, beta, you are late. It's 2:27. Okay. So map helps the and guide the sailors and the pilots. Okay, for accurate measurement of landforms, this is a very important point. When we want accurate measure of any area, for example, when we go to the northern areas, there are very high mountains in Pakistan. For K2, Nanga Parbat, these are the very high mountains of Pakistan and the very famous mountains. So with the help of map, we can measure the accurate landforms. We can, you know, what is the height of the K2? 8,611 meter is the height of K2. And when anybody go to discover K2, Abiha, now you entered the class, it's too late. 2:30 it's time and only 10 minutes are there. So if you want to discover K2 mountain, with the help of map, you can go on the top of the K2 mountain. Okay, this is not the way you go and take a rope, and with the help of that rope you can go up. Ishal Rashid, I have noted down your name because you want to create problem on the screen. That is why you are sending me request to get remote control of the screen. Stop, beta, stop doing this. Be serious. When you are in the classroom, you are in the school and this is the school time. Don't create problem in the classroom for the other students who are very serious in the classroom. Okay, be careful. Okay, Ji. So there are important uses of maps. I will repeat it. Okay, Ritesh, Fahad, after completing my lecture, I will give you the time. The first point, to find a place or locate an area. Second, to find the best routes to get a place. Third, to trace the change of a place over a period of time. 4, to guide the sailors and pilots. Zain Farouk, you are too late, beta. Only 10 minutes are there. After 10 minutes, class will be over. And you are entering now. To guide the sailors and pilots for accurate measurements of landform. Okay, this is the uses of map. Okay, Ji. Now I will give you some more thing. These are lines of longitudes. Okay. Now I will tell you how we will make the map with the help of longitudes and latitudes. Okay. A map includes measurement of depth, height, breadth, length of and of an land areas and ocean. This is known as a contour map. I have explained it. There are many different types of map and we use for the different purpose. Okay, Ji. Physical maps are drawn on scale by the dividing the area into vertical and horizontal line. These lines are called the lines of longitudes and latitudes. First, you can see the picture of lines of longitudes. Okay, here you can see the imaginary line that is known as equator. Okay, and these lines are running from north south. They are known as the longitudes. Okay, what are the longitudes? Lines of longitudes, the meridians. The meridians of the longitudes are imaginary vertical lines running from North Pole to South Pole. Okay, Ji? This is the South Pole and it goes to the North Pole. So that these lines running from the North to South Pole, these known as longitudes. Okay, the meridians of longitudes are imaginary vertical lines running from the North Pole to the South Pole. They give us angular distance east to west from the standard meridians. Greenwich meridians is the 0-degree line of the longitudes that passes through the borough of Greenwich in London, England. The Greenwich meridians divides the world into two halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Each line of longitude is given an alphabet and degree to help us locate an area on the map. Okay, with the help of these lines, you can see the lines. Faraz Naveed, it's too late. You can find that every country, you can find the map of the every country with the help of these longitudes and latitude lines. Okay. Next is latitudes. The parallels of latitudes are imaginary horizontal lines that circle the earth. Tahreem Waheed, only beta 8 minutes are there and you are coming now. You are too late, Tahreem Waheed. The parallels of latitudes are imaginary horizontal lines that circle the earth from east to west. These are the latitude lines, lines of latitudes. These lines are known as the lines of longitudes and these lines are known as lines of latitude. Usman Bilal, on your camera please, so that I can see you. Okay, now what are the latitudes, lines of latitudes? The parallels of latitudes are imaginary horizontal line that circle the earth from east to west. They tell how far north or south a place and is from equator. The equator is a line drawn to 0-degree latitude which divides the earth into two halves called the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. These are numbered and degrees are stated to assist in locating an area. Okay. Iman Fatma, the last moment you are entering in the class. Okay. This is equator. Okay. This is the imaginary line which divide the earth into two equal halves and these are lines of latitudes. And with the help of these lines, both lines, lines of longitudes and lines of latitude, we can find the location of any country. A lot of country, you know, how many countries are there in the world? 196 countries, more than 196 now. So with the help of these lines, longitudes and latitude, we can find the location of any country. Okay, Ji. This is the map of Pakistan. Okay, map of Pakistan. These are the longitudes line and these are the latitude lines. Okay, and this line, the middle line is known as equator. Okay, so we can find the area with the help of longitudes and with the help of latitude. For example, the area which are near the equator, they are considered the hot areas. Mostly the plains areas are here. Islamabad is locating over here to the north, so its climate is moderate. Okay? Then the areas they are near the sea. This is the Karachi. Here there is Karachi, and it's enjoying the sea breeze throughout the year. So these areas, the areas which are near the equator in Pakistan, they are considered the hot areas and they are known as the plain areas. Okay? Is it clear? Okay, Ji. Your homework. Read the unit number 4 maps carefully at home because in next lecture I will give you the question answer of this lecture. Okay, I will give you a quick recap of the lesson. After that, I will come to the I will unmute your mics. The first map definition: a map is a flat drawing of a place which represents its feature as seen from the sky. A map can be made for buildings, town, city, country, continent, even one. This is the world map. Pakistan map is a city map and it's a building map. Okay. Next kind of map, I have told you there are 4 kinds of map. The first one is hand-drawn map, scale map, satellite map, and contour map. Okay. Next is hand-drawn map. Then I explain scale map, okay, satellite map, contour map, and uses of map. This is a very important thing. To find a place to locate an area, we use the map to find the best route to get to get a place, to trace the change of a place over a period of time, to guide the sailors and pilot to accurate measurement of the landforms. Okay, ji. Next is lines of longitudes, latitudes, and then I told you about the map of Pakistan. G. Now this is the time you can ask the question. Anybody here? You want to ask a question? G. Yes, Peter, you want to ask a question?
Ma'am, can you tell homework?
This is the homework. Read the unit number 4 map carefully. If you will create problem, Arsal,
Ma'am, can you ask us one by one?
okay. I have sent all the tests back. The students who send me the test, I have checked the test and sent back. All of you got the test? Yes, tell me. All of you got your test? Okay. Got the test?
Ma'am, I don't know. I've got Ma'am, I don't know.
Beta, the students who send me the test, I got 60 tests. Okay, na? Then I checked the 60 tests and sent back. Okay, keep in mind one thing I want to mention here. In from 5th August, your first term assessment are going to start. So when you will do the first term assessment, keep few things in your mind. The first one, there is no need to write the question, okay? Then only write the answer, and the picture you will take for your test, that picture should be clear. Okay, if you will send me the blur picture, I can't check it. And when you will attach this when you will send me email with the attachment, be careful that your test is attached there. Okay, this is the problem I face when I check the test. Some students didn't send me the clear picture of the test. Okay, be careful when you write the test, and when you will send me, the picture should be very clear.